Do you ever feel afraid about the types of people who might be attracted to government power?
Oh, certainly. And that's the reason why we have elections. I mean, so that you can pick and sort the type of people that you want to rule and be part of your government.
Right. And is that working out pretty good then?
Well, so far we've not actually ever elected a Hitler or a Fidel Castro or any of those type people.
Yep. Do you ever feel afraid about the type of people who might be attracted to government power?
You talking about like government power as in like the army and stuff?
Well, like people that would run for office to be a senator or congressman, or people that would become police officers, or maybe join the military. Or
so that's what I want to do. I want to join the military, but
yeah,
I have no problem with anybody else.
Okay. Why do you want to join the military?
To fight for the country.
Yeah, to help people out.
Yeah.
Help
he wants to join the Russian military.
The Russian military?
Shut up, we're on camera. Seriously.
Do you ever feel afraid about the types of people who might be attracted to government power?
That's kind of hard to say. It really is. Just really depends on where the financial backing is. The whole thing basically boils down to finances.
Yeah, so if you had enough money, then you could put your guy in there, you mean?
Yeah. To do your... That's why I said if they were to maybe throw all of the money into one great big pot and say we've got 4 people running, it's split 4 ways. So that no one particular one has anything higher to do or a particular power that's controlling their strings.
Right. And who would make that decision that it's going to be rearranged like that?
Us.
Okay. And how would we do that?
Get involved in the lawmaking.
Okay. And
you know,
we would vote for people that say they're going to do that?
Well, petitions, things like that. You know, get petitions, get enough signatures. Maybe some of these people with, you know, half a brain might decide, well, this is what the majority wants. Forget what the money wants. This is what the majority wants.
Yeah. So maybe people would wake up and then
yeah,
and
but
then
see,
it wouldn't
that's
go
the thing
so much the way of the money then?
It's really hard to say. I mean, I'm not in that power. I can't say how this could be run, how that should be run.
Sure.
I'm a common everyday sense person who says, this is the way it seems to me. Because I ain't got money, I ain't got power.
Okay. Do you ever feel afraid about the types of people who might be attracted to government power? I shouldn't even have to ask that one. But it's on here, so I asked it anyway. Would you just put you down for a yes on that one?
Put me down for a yeah for
Okay.
that one.
It's probably pretty safe, yeah.
Do you ever feel afraid about the types of people who might be attracted to government power?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I think people who are attracted to that kind of power and manipulation can be scary people.
Okay. But you still feel that government's necessary, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we don't have a government system to have some sort of control, people will try to step over those boundaries. You know, if there aren't boundaries, then people are just going to run around and take your cell phone or you know, do whatever they want. And,
and then you wouldn't be safe,
and people naturally
right?
band into groups and then they form their own government system. If you've studied anthropology or cultures, it automatically just happens. Some sort of government system forms, and that's just kind of how we work. I don't know if the U.S. government system is the best way to do things, but who am I?
Okay. Well, if there was no government, right, and there was like people that tried to take over other people, right, or the things that maybe you're thinking about would happen with no government, the types of people that would do those things, like what kind of people do you think they would be? Like, would you be able to describe one of those people?
Well, it'd be stereotyping, but
how would you imagine someone like that? Like, how would they think? Is that someone that just doesn't respect others' rights, or someone that's just out to...
I think if we didn't have a government and it was just automatically to be dropped, people would go into, this is my territory, this is my food, this is mine. Just
grab whatever they can.
Yeah. I've got to survive, our survival instincts will take into play, and we're going to be like, no, this is ours, just like we do with countries today, you know, or our oil or anything else along the lines of that. We're like, mine.
You think people would try to take things that don't belong to them?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Would you do that?
If it came down to my survival.
But I mean, if you could survive otherwise, would you do
No.
that?
No.
Do you think there are people that would try to take other people's things even though they don't need to survive?
Yeah, that's why we have our jail systems.
And if I was one of those people, and I was pretty intelligent about it, wouldn't I go right to getting involved with the government?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said those kind of people that are attracted to that aren't necessarily somebody I would trust in, but I don't vote, so.
So do you feel nervous at all that you want this institution of power, but you know that the people that are going to go to it and run it maybe aren't people that are going to respect others?
I feel that I don't have any power over the system at where it's at right now. You know, it doesn't matter if I vote or you vote, because our electoral college already has their system already set. Yeah, you know, Indiana can vote so many times and it could change, but most of the time they are voting Republican. You know, and each state's kind of set that way, so I think things are set in motion and that's how they're going to be.
Okay.
It would take a huge uprising from the American people for our government to have a substantial change.
So you don't personally have the power to change that, but I'm really more interested in your feelings about it, because it sounds like
I would like to see
it's
change.
kind of a foregone conclusion for you that maybe disrespectful people tend to seek power, but yet you still want that.
I don't think that people can survive without an authoritative image, whether it be government or your chief or your shaman or whatever you want to call that power. I think it will always be there.
The person that is going to be the authoritative image, would that maybe be one of these people, the disrespectful people that want to control others and that kind of thing? Would those kind of people step up to be that authority for people?
Yeah, I believe so.
Is that probably a wise way to do things, do you think?
No, but it's what's happening.
So that's what's happening, but are you personally in favor of doing it that way? I mean, is that the way it should be?
No, I don't think that our government or power should be run by the person that says, ooh, pick me because I want to do it. I think it should be like a group of people that says, oh, we've been watching this person over a period of time and they have these certain qualities that would be best to run our group or government or
And then who would be the people that would choose the people with the good qualities?
the people within that group.
The people that need someone to lead them?
I think everybody feels that they need someone to lead them or we wouldn't believe in God.
So
We
God
wouldn't have that
serves-
overpower. We wouldn't have that authoritative person. We always have that in society, in culture, in religion, in government. In any way you look at it, we have that one person that we look to guide us. Whether we like that person on a personal level or not, we're still going to have that.
You're going to have that, but I mean, are you in favor of that? Do you want someone to have power over you?
No, but I think it's unrealistic to think that it's not going to be there.
Okay. So that's kind of just the way it is. You maybe not like it, but that's just kind of how it is.
It's part of human nature.
Mhm.
It's kind of like the circle of life.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think there's a possibility that your upbringing, the spiritual things you've been taught, the things you're taught in school, were to create that belief in you to the benefit of those who get to stand over you?
Most definitely.
Would you be interested in maybe doing some things to try to teach people otherwise? So that people can do what they want to do and not have someone else
would I personally
over
be
them?
interested in like advocating against, like for that, or are you saying like should people do that?
I'm saying, would you personally? It sounds like you're not in favor of having someone else in control of you.
No, I'm not.
But it also sounds like you're kind of resigned to that. Well, that's just the way it is. And I asked you, do you think maybe you think that's the way it is because that's what you've been taught by a system that benefits from you thinking that?
I think that's what I've been taught, and that's what I was raised in, and that's what society teaches its children these days. And
Right. Would you be interested in trying to change that?
Yeah. If I had children, I would love for them to be raised in a different society where they were able to think more for themselves, and they didn't have this government saying, you got to pay taxes, you've got to do this, you've got to go to school up until this point. Because not everybody's brain works that way, or even in education, you've got to learn math this way, you've got to write this way, you've got to, I think they should be a little more open with people's brains and manipulating the child's mind, because I think we could be a lot further with our society and culture if we weren't limited.
Would you be interested in staying in discussions with us on how maybe we could change some of those things? Put people's minds up a little bit?
Sure. I'm always open to discussion.
Okay. Well, once a week we get on Skype.
Okay.
And a group of us
familiar
and
with
talk.
Skype.
And tell you the truth, it's usually just me and Mary. But once in a while someone else stops in. And we're looking for other people, to maybe talk about some of these issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
My other half, who's moved in trailers, he's
Are you guys apple dumpling people?
apple dumpling, French fries, cobbler and cream, elephant ears, you name it.
Okay. Well, what do you think? Do you want someone to have power over you? Do you think it's best that way?
I think it's best that way because sometimes we make decisions on our own understanding, but our own understanding may not be the right understanding.
Yeah, so maybe someone else has some more information and to make a little more informed decision on your behalf. Yeah. Do you think would you prefer to maybe choose somebody who you know and trust to go get that information and maybe pay that person to make those decisions for you? Like a doctor, right? You don't know all the things the doctor does, so you voluntarily go and pay him. Would it be all right if the doctor said, I will be your doctor and you will pay me and I'm the only doctor? Wouldn't it be preferable to stay the way it is now where you choose your own doctor?
Yes.
And he wouldn't actually have power over you, right? You would just go to him because he can make more informed decisions than you, and you know that.
Yes, sir.
Well, government doesn't really work that way, does it? Don't they kind of say, we're the only doctor, and you have to pay us because there's no one else?
But you don't have to. I mean, you always have a choice in every situation.
Sure.
And there's always a consequence to every choice.
Yeah. So you'd have to accept the consequences if you didn't want to cooperate in that situation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But that's not really a choice, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's a choice. If you don't want to cooperate, that's your choice.
Yeah. Okay.